Hello and welcome to yet another show and tell. This time it's a board game, a historical board game, a Hungarian historical board game about Mátyás. Építsd fel Mátyás országát. So it's about Matthew or Matthias build the country of Matthew. Matthew being Matthäus Rex or Matyas Rex, more likely. So Matyas Rex or Matthias Corvinus, the Raven King, one of the most important Hungarian kings, king in the 15th century. A relevant king not only for the Hungarians but for the Romanians also. He being king of Romanian descent. I mean, his father was of Romanian descent. His father John of Honiade, or as it's known in Romania, Iancu de Hunedoara, or Ioan Huniade, and as he is known in Hungary, Hunyadi János. So I was intrigued by this cooperative game as soon as I found out about it. It's a game from 2018. Because of the historical pretext and facts depicted here. I'm being half Romanian, half Hungarian. It resonated with me, and the historical facts depicted there, I mean, used as a basis for the game. Even though, as I researched it a bit, I found out that it's a bit on the lighter side. I was intrigued by the artwork and by the events, and I said, okay, it's not mainly my cup of tea, because I would have loved a historical war game or something more on the heavy side about the facts depicted here, and on a broader geopolitical scale involving the surrounding principalities as well. But I said, okay, it's intriguing, and I got a really good deal for it, and I said, okay, let's jump in. It's exclusively in Hungarian. That's a drawback for the international reach of the game. It's 10 years plus, 2 to 4 players, but being that it's a cooperative board game, it can be played solo, and that was another plus that made me interested in it. Aside from this here, which means valós történelmi események alapján, that means it is based on true historical facts. Or so let's see. Matyas Rex, the publishing house is rather unknown to me. It's Keller and Mayer. I think it's a Hungarian publishing house, so I don't know much about that. Safety first. So let's see. The box, it's a sturdy one, very good quality. See the Hungarian crown over there, the Szent István Korona, the crown of Saint Stephen, which is one of the main focus is in the game. I mean, some driving mechanisms. First we have some a little catalog for Keller and Meyer. I really don't know any of these games. Looks like mostly children games. I mean, games for children. We have the rule book, Játék szabály, rules. Glossy, but on the light, very light side. We have 8 pages, well, 6 pages if you don't count the first and the last, but it's full color. I read through it online before getting this. That's a nice coin. Matyas Regis Hungarie. So yeah, Matthew, King of Hungary. Then we have the board, which is a rather good quality. A rather good quality board. A bit of warping, as you can see, but nothing that would constitute a deal breaker. So we have the map of the Kingdom of Hungary and Croatia, as it was in the 15th century. The crown. The main element of the game, I mean, the goal of the game is to raise enough money, I believe 80,000 coins, to buy back, I mean, to pay the ransom for the crown, with the Hungarian crown, which is held by the Holy Roman Empire, Holy Roman Emperor. Sorry. The artwork is really good. I mean, really like this miniature style. I mean, codex style borders for the game. This is the playable area. Of course, we have elements which are nowadays in Hungary proper, but also in Romania. We have parts that are now in Ukraine. We have parts that are in Slovakia, like you say, Bratislava here. In Hungary is Pozsony. Croatia, parts that are in Serbia. We have Hunyadvar, which is Hunedoara now in Romania, the family castle of the Corvins or Corvinești in Romania is situated there. Very nice castle, which is stands today, and it's a major tourist attraction. Then we have Németi Szatmár, which is part in Romania, in Satu Mare, part in Hungary, Esztergom, and we have Zagreb, which is, I believe, Zagreb, if I'm not mistaken, in Croatia. All in all, we have a turn track, which goes up until 1464, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the year of the coronation with the returned crown of Hungary. But you can see the warping there. But all in all, good quality. Now we have some counters. Oops, the bigger coins came out. But I really like the quality in here. I mean, this can be used in other games as well. they're so pretty. So this is a plus. The bigger one fell out. A part of them fell out, but we have denominations in 1, 5, 10 and 20. So we have a bunch of ones. Then we have some standy type of pawns. We have military units. As you can see, I really like the artwork, so this one was one of the main points. Military units and plague doctors, because as you surely know, plague was roaming Europe, and especially in this context, of course, plague was roaming these territories. I mean, even Matyas or Matthias or Matthew or Matthias, his father, died after successfully defending Belgrade. I mean, John of Hunyade died of plague. So we have plague roaming the area. So we have another little sheet of counters. These are for battles, because battles will occur, invasions or stuff like that. And these are, I don't know, I mean, plague markers maybe. These are double-sided, so on one side you have the plague marker and on the other side you have the battle marker. So you have to raise settlements, different types of settlements. You have to you have Jobbágy Telek, which is the smallest settlement. Jobbágy, I believe, is in Romanian is Jobbag, some sort of serf. So serf settlement, if I'm not mistaken. Follow is a village, and the Var is a fortified city or stuff like that. Then we have the crown. You have upgrade cards or whatnot. We have something called Felcher, which is some sort of doctor. Then we have Katonaság, which is soldiers. There are action cards, but in lieu of action cards, one can use dice if you don't want to use those. You have the coat of arms. This is the coat of arms of the Corvin family, the raven. Then we have, let's see, these are the upgrade or development cards, and you can see they are really thick, really good quality. So there are two types of cards. This is, you can draw again another card, and this is development, fejlesztő. So you can develop stuff. Then we have the Hungarian crown, which is what you have to get back. You have to raise enough money to do that by taxation, by whatnot. The plastic standy stuff, nice die, really good quality. So this is a really good quality game. And a pawn, I believe this is for the rounds. This is the round marker. These are, as far as I can tell from the rulebook, some cubes, smaller and larger, for goods, because you raise not only money but goods. But I'm not really sure how they work. I have to really pay attention to the rulebook. I just gave a diagonal reading to the rulebook. Some loose change over here, nice. And we have the characters, because you have 4 characters in the game, 4 players. Of course, if you are fewer players, one will play with multiple characters. We have first the Nador, which is the Palatine, the biggest, I don't know, role besides the king in the kingdom, some sort of I don't know, prime minister or something like that. Then we have the so-called Érshek, which is the archbishop, so the highest religious authority besides the king in the country. Then we have the Gyógyító, which in Hungarian means the healer, and I really like the artwork on these. These are, like I said, codex miniature quality drawings, I mean paintings. And we have the Kapitány, which is the captain. And I believe this is inspired by, of course it doesn't look really like that, but it's inspired by some depictions of John of Hunyade, Janko de Hunedoara, Hunyadi János. You have the Corvin family crest over there, which appears later on the crest of Transylvania, and now it appears on the coat of arms of Romania in the 5th sector, I believe, on the escutcheon of Romania's coat of arms. It's the raven, among other elements, of course. So nice 15th century armor, very nice. So these are the, I don't know, the avatars for the different characters, because each of them controls something politically, religiously, I don't know, medically, because this controls the plague doctors, and this controls the soldiers. So yeah. Then we have a bunch of fortifications in 4 colors, because there are maximum 4 players. Wooden, I believe. Yes, they're wooden. Very good quality. Then we have some I believe these are the var, so these are the so-called castles. So we have fortified cities, something like that, castles. These are the so-called follow, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the villages. And these are the jobbágytelek, the smaller ones, the serf villages, I believe. And some loose change. Nice. And last but not least, we have the action cards. So this is a bit of a card assisted game. Of course, the rules say that if you don't want to use these, then can use dice, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Or the other. So so the first one, take a surf locality or stuff like that, or village. You can develop out of turn order, but just for you. You get double stuff from everything. You you get 2 surf village. You don't beta koritash means you don't get anything this turn. Tokoritash means the stuff when you put your money in the bank, you have a lapsus. And on a 6 you get 5 gold. So there is something in the rule book, but I'm not sure if it really is it replaces these, because these are stuff like roll the die. You don't have to pay for it, or again, don't have to stuff happens. A grain silo burns, then the plague arrives. This is Vitez János, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's Hunyadi János, the father of Matyas. So there are Begler Begu Rumeliei, the Ottoman Turk, Beglerberg of Rumelia, takes you as a hostage. 20 gold for setting you free, stuff like that. So well, many of those are roll the dice. Vlad Dracul, the leader of Wallachia, the soldiers of Vlad Dracul, leader of Wallachia, capture three adjacent free counties that have strongholds or something like that. So a lot of cards like that, and we have the coat of arms of I believe Matthias. It has the Corvin Raven, but it has the other elements of Hungary. So yeah, and a nice insert. Well, long story short, an interesting game, maybe on the light side, but with very nice artwork and interesting to be explored historical flavor. We'll see how much historical I don't know, historical truth is contained here, but it could be a good starting point for I don't know, learning more about the period, about the geopolitical structures over there, or maybe, just maybe, a fun game to be played with one's family or something like that. Well, the fact that it's only in Hungarian is a drawback. Maybe they'll release some I don't know, English or other language rule books. But given that I don't know, and especially given that I managed to get this outside of Hungary, because I'm not in Hungary. So yeah, an interesting game. Looking forward to playing it. And who knows, maybe someone somewhere will do, well, maybe somebody already has done, but maybe somewhere someone will do a war game with the area and the adjoining areas situated in this historical context, because I believe it is fertile. There were lots of things going on, infighting between the Christian principalities, the threat of the Ottoman expansion, the with the Romanian principalities, with the Poles, with the Holy Roman Empire, and other principalities in the area. So yeah, interesting. Looking forward to playing it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the channel, do subscribe. But until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.